All right. Welcome back to the weekly show. I'm Peg Star.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And right now we got wacky news views. I got some stories for you. Before we start off, I'd like to start off saying we have a new Twitter page called Wacky News Views. If you'd like, follow us on Twitter. If you have any ideas or stories that you'd like us to put on the show, please hit us up. And if your story is good, we'll put it on the show.
And we'll shout you out.
Yes, we will shout you out. And we just want to give a shout out to PT Spinner and Bobby and Flows. So with that, here's Cheyenne.
Here is the wacky news of the week. Our views on the wacky news. Here we go. eBay and Craigslist are a great tool when used the right way, but when you advertise that you're looking for marijuana, you might find more than just a seller. Every week we have some crazy things, like stupid people with drugs. They're just all right. When you're looking for marijuana on the internet on Craigslist, you might expect the Narcotics Task Force to inquire as well.
You might.
Tara Mohan, 24, of East Hartford, placed an ad in Craigslist looking to buy marijuana. She made arrangements to buy weed at Stop and Shop. But when she got there, surveillance units were already waiting for her, obviously. She was taken into custody along with her friend, and both were charged with conspiracy and possession of more than a half ounce of marijuana. Yeah.
I don't understand what's wrong with people. They don't realize that technology, if you put stuff up on the internet, everybody can see you. Yes.
Everyone.
Delete it quick. Look
Yeah.
Remember Wiener?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's amazing to me.
Everyone can see it.
In Beijing, 5 Chinese officials have been suspended from their jobs after they were observed sleeping or reading newspapers during a video conference called Stamping Out Laziness at Work. The officials, all high-level workers at a tax bureau in the northern province of Shaanxi, were supposed to be participating in a meeting to push better work discipline. It did not say how long they were going to be suspended. The campaign is to remind officials that they cannot leave their posts, play games, or attend recreational activities during office hours.
Or sleep.
Yeah. Obviously, they had the right people running this campaign.
Don't sleep while I sleep. You can't sleep, but I'm going to sleep.
Yes.
A New Jersey woman was charged in a penis silicone injection death. A 34-year-old New Jersey woman injected a man's penis with silicone, killing him this past Friday. True story. The Essex County Prosecutor's Office says Cassia Rivera this past Friday gave 22-year-old Justin Street the injection on May 5th. Such injections often are used to enlarge body parts such as buttocks and lips.
Aren't they used for the breast, too?
Yes.
Okay.
Street died the day after his injection. His death was ruled a homicide following an investigation, and the medical examiner determined he died of silicone embolism.
Obviously.
Rivera has been charged with manslaughter. She also faces charges involving the unauthorized practice of medicine. She was arrested Friday and is being held on $75,000 bail. I don't know if you guys remember last week when the girl got her buttocks implanted with cement and Fix-A-Flat and super glue. Like, what is, like, if you're going to get your body...
I think you're gonna
get it. You have to get it done.
I don't think you have to worry about doctors with tattoos. You need to worry about people implanting you with stuff that's just ridiculous. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about tattoos.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes.
Is it okay if I just, shoot you up some Windex? It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
You might turn blue, but it's normal.
You'll be fine.
It's
gonna look great.
In Brookville, Pennsylvania, authorities say a man published an obituary for his living mother in a ploy to get paid bereavement time off of work. Relatives called the Jeffersonian Democrat newspaper in Brookville after the obituary appeared to report the woman was actually alive and well. Brookville police charged a 45-year-old Scott Bennett on Tuesday with disorderly conduct. Editor Randy Bartley says he accepted the obituary in good faith after being unable to confirm the funeral arrangements at press time. He told the Derrick newspaper on Friday that the woman was very understanding. Obviously, she's glad to be alive. Bennett wrote up the memorial notice because he didn't want to get fired for taking time off of work. So obviously saying that your mother, the person that gave you life, is the best option.
I know a lot of people usually, say, my aunt died, my grandfather died. This person actually called the newspaper and got an article writ up that his mother died. Is that insane? The woman that gave you life. Like, imagine you are his mother and you're reading the newspaper, I'm dead. I didn't know that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
People. All right. This is my favorite story of the week. All right. When a store sells chemistry for dummies for just $6.46, is it any surprise if some dummy chemists are going to get it? Police in Oklahoma arrested a woman on charges of attempting to manufacture methamphetamine inside of a Tulsa Walmart on Thursday. Shopper Alicia Halfmoon allegedly grabbed ingredients from the shelves and mixed chemicals inside the Walmart. While speaking with some of the firefighters on the scene, she admitted that's what she was doing. She was attempting to obtain these chemicals inside the store and was in the process of trying to manufacture methamphetamine. However, she said that she was not very good at it.
At least she knew that ahead of time.
After she spent more than 6 hours inside of the Walmart. 6 hours inside of the Walmart trying to mix this stuff. Loss prevention officers, which are security guards, I just learned this today, that they're loss prevention officers, alerted police about the suspect's suspicious behavior in the back of the store. When an officer confronted Half Moon, and that's weird that that's her name, Half Moon.
More like half retard.
Yeah. At around 6 p.m., the suspect had allegedly just finished mixing a bottle of sulfuric acid with starter fluid. Walmart is known for its low prices, but Shelby said she couldn't afford to buy the drug ingredients.
Really?
This whole story is just crazy, that she couldn't afford the dummy chemistry set and the stuff, that she stood... Did no one realize that she was mixing all this crazy stuff the first hour?
It
second
makes
hour,
a lot of
the
fumes
third
anyways
hour.
and a lot of smoke. So
We're watching the show, the Breaking Bad, and people go in the middle of the desert because this stuff just makes so much, like clouds and clouds when you mix
and they
this
need
stuff.
Like crazy masks.
Yeah,
to
like
do this.
it's no one realized it. I don't know.
Well, another Maryland winner, and it's another actual Walmart. A Walmart security.
Most of our stories have
it
to do with Walmart.
So Walmart security had it pretty easy over the weekend when a man allegedly decided it was a good idea to shoplift while 50 police officers held a charity event at the store. Timothy Randall Clark allegedly attempted to steal over $500 in video game products at the same time that the law enforcement authorities were holding their Shop with a Cop community program. The store's loss prevention unit discovered the 22-year-old cutting open and shoving video games and accessories into his shirt and promptly contacted police, even though they were everywhere anyway. Before the suspect could make it to the door, Shop with the Cop is a nationally held charity program intended to build good relations between law enforcement and local youth, just not this particular youth. They said that they found 26 PlayStation and Xbox games, 2 controllers, and various other video game accessories valued at $635.04 in his pockets. Needless to say, he was charged with theft. I don't know how he fit that much stuff in his pockets. Yeah, he must have had very, very sagging, drooping ass syndrome.
And when you see that many cops around, that's not really the time to do that.
Well, they were probably in street clothes, I'm sure.
But you see something's going on in the store, and I'm sure...
They probably had signs all over the place.
Yeah,
Shop with a cop.
Okay.
Shop with a cop and steal. Yes.
It's good to have a short commute as long as you aren't a bank robber. Police in Maryland arrested a pair of siblings accused of holding up an M&T bank on the same block as their own home. Shakir and Kajida Taylor entered the bank on the 3700 block of Donald Drive in Forestville on November 8th, passed a note to a teller demanding cash, grabbed their loot, and fled on foot. It wasn't a long getaway. The siblings also lived on the 3700 block of Donald Drive. They were both arrested on the same day of the stick-up. That's not very surprising.
The article said that they actually lived like 4 houses away from the bank.
4 or 5 houses away.
Yeah. So like they ran right into their freaking living room. They could see them running into their house. Absolutely ridiculous. I love this. Maybe this man wanted to change his Facebook status to on the lam. Gwinnett County Police says burglar suspect Trevor Jones logged into his Facebook on his victim's computer, then neglected to log out. Yes, Jones is still at large. It all started when Stephanie White came home to find someone's car parked in her driveway. She said,
it doesn't even end there.
Yeah, no, this is good. She said, I just opened the door, leaned in, turned the car off, picked up his wallet, which was between the seats, then locked the car door. Police told Atlanta Journal that with no way to drive his would-be getaway car, he escaped by jumping into a small lake near the home, then found another victim. The neighbor of that first victim told the paper they came home, found puddles of water in their home, and then they noticed that the laptop was signed into his Facebook page and never signed off. So what are the odds that he did 2 crimes and got caught with both of them? Left his car at one and his wallet and his Facebook page.
When you're robbing someone, you really got to sign on to Facebook? Like you're like, I got to change my status.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the Facebook app.
Just robbing a place. Robbing
that's where
place.
he was probably like,
That's
yeah,
all.
I'm doing something bad right now.
I'm robbing another house. It's a nice house.
They got a lot of good things.
Made myself a bowl of cereal. Talk to you later. Jesus Christ.
Rubbing off my fingerprints now.
Jumped into a lake. I went swimming. All right. Colorado Springs. A guy walked into a little corner store with a shotgun and demanded all the cash from the cash drawer. After the cashier put the cash in a bag, the robber saw a bottle of scotch that he wanted behind the counter on the shelf. He told the cashier to put it in the bag as well, but he refused and said, because I don't believe you're over 21. The robber said he was, but the clerk still refused to give it to him because he said he did not believe he was 21. At this point, the robber took the driver's license out of his wallet and gave it to the clerk, saying, I am 21.
I am
See?
21.
The clerk looked it over and agreed that the man was in fact over 21, and he put the scotch in the bag. The robber then ran from the store with his loot. The cashier promptly called the police and gave the name and the address of the robber that he got off the license. They arrested the robber in 2 hours later. What an idiot!
There's just you gotta love these dumb people because they just make it so easy.
I am 21.
They make our job
promise
so
you.
easy. Yes.
I swear I'm 21. I don't believe you. Give
In
me your
Georgia,
license.
investigating a purse snatching, detectives picked up a man who fit the thief's description and drove him back to the scene. He was told to exit the car and face the victim for an ID. The suspect carefully eyed the victim and blurted, "Yep, that's the woman I robbed."
Right. The combination of a bumpy road, a loaded gun, and an overexcited bulldog, we have a bulldog, I love her, has left a Florida hunter in critical condition. Billy Brown and a friend were on their way to a deer hunting post when the dog apparently bumped Brown's loaded Browning, shooting him in the thigh. Brown would not have survived if his hunting buddy of 25 years hadn't been there to perform first aid. Wait, so you're telling me a hunter got shot and he didn't like it? So he's telling me
what it feels like to be a deer.
So now he's telling me he didn't like being shot. That sucks. How does it feel being on the other side? Sucks, doesn't it?
A teenage girl who had 60 followers on Twitter tweeted a criticism of Kansas governor and then refused to apologize when the governor's office called her school to complain and demanded an apology. A day after the incident, the girl now has over 6,000 followers. Welcome to the internet, Governor Blows a Lot.
No one even paid attention, I'm sure, to that girl's status, and I'm sure everyone now is looking at it. So you just made everyone look at that girl's thing.
Yeah, but I just want to know, like, if she's a young girl, what the hell really is going to call the school for and be like, you have to apologize to me?
That's ridiculous. And she still didn't apologize. That's awesome. All right, a man was arrested for credit card fraud when he stole someone's credit card, then proceeded to purchase credit card protection from the same company with the stolen card. He bought credit card protection for the card that he stole. That's awesome.
No, just with the card that he stole.
with the card that he stole. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
This is my kind of story right here. This is for all you heavy hitters.
Ow.
A passenger on the U.S. Airways flight was forced to stand for 7 hours after he was squeezed out of his seat by an obese man sitting next to him. I didn't fly from Alaska to Philadelphia on Flight 901. I stood, he said. Yes. His size required both armrests, and his body took up half of my seat. The airlines gave him a $200 voucher, but he was not pleased with this. The airline said that it was his choice to stand the whole flight, and that's his problem. I just wanted to see see the picture of the guy sitting there, yeah, like I don't know how that guy must have felt though. Like the big man, like you know that this man is standing up the whole flight, and it's your fault. Because there's a law now that big people have to purchase two seats. So they made a mistake. They said that they didn't make him buy 2 seats, and that's their fault.
Mm-hmm. All right. In South Carolina, a man walked into a local police station, dropped a bag of cocaine on the counter, informed the desk sergeant that it was substandard cut, and asked the person who sold it to him to be arrested immediately.
Can you imagine? Who has balls to go into a police station?
That's like people saying that they stole their drugs. People actually call the cops and say, they stole my drugs. Can you please arrest them?
That's another story we had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we have that. People are awesome.
Now, everybody knows, if you've been watching the show, that I do lists every week, some kind of lists. And I always usually do lists that I shouldn't do because I'm gay. So this week I'm going to stay true to myself. So, 6 reasons why straight guys should go to gay bars. Number 1, the girls are hot. Number 2, your competition is gay. Number 3, girls' defense mechanisms are temporarily deactivated. Number 4, gay dudes know you are not gay. Number 5, gay guys are outstanding wingmen. And number 6, threesomes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And right now, we have our joke of the week. You want me to do it?
What?
You want me to do it? Or
What
you can do it?
does a gay horse eat? Hey!
All right.
All right.
With that, I am Peg Star.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And this is Wacky News Views on the Weekly Show. We are here every Thursday. I just wanted to make sure we let you know. Follow us on Twitter at Wacky News Views. And
If you want to find the links to this?
yeah, if you want to find the links, we put up the links to all of our stories. So you know that we're not making this shit up. And once again, here's PT Spinner.
I just want to
Welcome
thank
back
LA.
to the Weekly Show. We'll be right back.
Have a good week.